Get set, go!
Hey guys, that was almost a disaster. I started the live stream and everything was going, and I clicked on the countdown and then it kicked me out of my own live stream. So I had to restart everything. And so anyway, I'm back. If you're looking for Fit for Expedition, you found me. Today we thought we'd talk about strange occupations. I've had a few of them, and our guest has had a few of them. Before I bring up our guest, I'm going to bring up Kenny. Kenny, you ready to come up? All right. Hey, Kenny, what's up, man?
Howdy, y'all.
Yeah, did you hear what I was saying?
Yeah, I heard you. I saw when you did the countdown.
Yeah, but you couldn't. Did you see the whole countdown, or did it just go to like number 5, or what happened?
It went through the whole countdown, but and then just went black. A black screen.
Yeah, I wasn't even here. I wasn't here. I don't know. It's a weird night because actually, even the picture on my camera is worse than normal. I don't know what's going on. It's really strange.
By the way, I did share out the live stream on YouTube and Facebook community.
Oh, thank you.
YouTube,
that's great. Awesome.
And Facebook, yeah.
Hey, so what's going on?
Oh, not much. I just got off a good live stream of Ray's. He did a good live stream. Yeah,
that was like an hour ago, though, right? Or did Ray go long?
Well, he went a little over 2 hours. He went.
Oh wow.
He went.
I missed Ray tonight. I had a bunch of, like I said, I had a bunch of stuff going on, and it was a weird night.
He went from like 9 o'clock, then like 9:20 until 11 o'clock.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, your time. Yeah. Hey, let me. Also, it was actually not over 2 hours. It was almost 2 hours because he goes late. So he starts 20 minutes after the hour instead of on the hour, right?
Yeah.
Hey, let me say hi to some people before I bring up Mike Shaw, Mike of Mike Shaw TV, who is a good old friend of mine. I'll say hello to Mike Shaw, who is the first one here.
Hey, Mike Shaw.
Tanya and Derek, Van Life Voyages are here.
Hey, Van Life Voyages.
Wayne McGee. Hey, Wayne McGee. Thank you for being here.
Hey, Wayne
McGee. Tim from Time for Exploring is here.
Hey, Tim.
Kathleen Klein. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, Kat.
Steve from Desert Adventures in Arizona is here. Thank you. Ron from Ron
Steve.
Sees America.
Hey, Ron Sees America.
Ava Potterfield, friends.
Hey, Ava.
And let's see, Diane Phoenix is here.
Hey, Diane Phoenix.
Naj is here. Thank you for being here.
Hey, Naj.
And see if Kathleen. Did I say Kathleen? I already said Kathleen, didn't I?
Yep. Yeah, where I said Kathleen. Hey, Fairy Dust. Hey, loves you. Which it's 11 o'clock in the morning over there in the Philippines right now.
So it's brunch time today. Okay. Also, She Double Adventures is here. Thank you for being here.
Hey.
Dream on Wheels. All right. Travis and I, thank you for being here. Dice's Crazy Adventure. Appreciate you.
Hey, Dice's Crazy Adventures.
Floss.
Good news, by the way, on your appointment there. I saw on Facebook you had some good news from your doctor's appointment. Good news on that one.
Then Bree TGIF is here.
Hey, Bree TGIF.
Lillian Tittle is here. Thank you for being here. Northwoods RV Life. Thanks for being here. And Jay. Let's see. You know what's funny? I'm looking at the screen and I've never noticed the delay. Its delay is so bad over here on this other screen. It's throwing me off.
Ron Darrell's Adventures is in here.
Hey, Ron. Thank you for coming. River Sticks Van Life is here. Thank you for being
Hey,
here.
River Sticks.
Tracy Oceanfire 777. Thank you for being here. Linda Barker's here. And did I get? Oh, and you already said hi to Brene. I'm just trying to catch up. Ray from Van Life Rocks is here. Thank you for being here, Ray. Sorry I missed your live earlier. And you already said Loves. Loves is here.
Yep.
And am I missing anybody? Who am I missing? Who am I missing, Kenny?
Did you already say Fairy Dust?
I said Fairy Dust. Brene is here. Yep. Yep. And
Billy J Travels.
Billy J Travels. Thank you for being here too. Yeah. And I think I'm caught up. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's a delay over there, I tell you. Okay, so today we thought we'd talk about strange occupations. And I'm going to bring up a friend of mine who's had a few strange occupations. And you guys, a lot of you have already met him, and this is Mike Shaw.
Hey,
Mr. Shaw. Mike Shaw.
Look at that. Fun Seeker, Mike Shaw.
Oh, there you go. You changed it.
Well, I saw your Fun Seeker, Greg. Wait, over here.
Yeah.
So I thought I would play along.
Over there.
It's the whole Brady Bunch thing. It's confusing.
Yep, it is. Absolutely. Yep. So what's going on, Mike?
Oh, not much. Just got back home from church, Wednesday night church service. And had a Sonic. So I've been eating a lot of ice cream. So I've been gaining weight. I really need to stop. And what else is going on? I don't know. Not much else. We had West Texas wind yesterday. The peak gust was 59 miles an hour, and we relocated some of our topsoil to Oklahoma, which often happens this time of year.
Okay. Well, for those of you who don't know, one of Mike's former occupations was, well, you can tell them.
I was a weatherman.
A weatherman.
I was not a meteorologist, but I played one on TV.
Do you ever get anybody asking you, how come you think you know so much when you're, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not a meteorologist. I don't mean any insult to you.
Well, I don't know. I think some people do wonder why I talk about weather so much. Because I've always done that my whole life. You know, I just love weather. And so I don't know. Some people probably do wonder, you know, I was a weatherman a long time ago. Now it's kind of crazy, but I left TV in 2002. And so that's what, 20 years ago now. So I left Lubbock in 2005, 4, and somewhere in there. And so I came back a couple of years ago, and every once in a while someone will recognize me, but pretty much not.
Really?
Yeah. And that's okay.
That's okay, right? I mean, you don't want to. You want to stop signing those autographs. You're happy not to do that
right.
Anymore, right?
Well, you know, when I was a radio talk show host there in Tucson, and my producer Ray, you know, he used to call me a recovering weatherman. So I like that. That's fitting.
Yeah. You know, I actually, well, you know, we both had some similar occupations.
Yes.
Well, one anyway.
Yes.
I guess we could bring that up.
Well, you actually recruited me.
I guess I did, didn't I?
You did. You know, you did. Not, but I guess you did. You did.
Well, so I'll go ahead and enter into that. At one time, I was the executive director of a major political party in Pima County, which is a county of 1 million people. So it was a pretty big gig. And Mike, you were?
I was doing videos that people liked, and we became friends. And then you're like, hey, join us in the party. And so I did. And then I got talked into running for office. And so I ran for first vice chair. And to the shock of many, I actually won, myself included. And so then I was first vice chair of Pima County for this political party. That was, you would know if we mentioned it. And then and then our chairman got in trouble, and so I became chairman for a while. And you were the executive director.
Yes. Yep.
Yep. So those were a lot of fun, interesting times.
Yeah, some fun, a lot of aggravation.
Oh yeah,
a lot of stress.
So it's so I'll dovetail into the job that followed. I was a radio talk show host in between, and then I became the political director for the state party, and so moved up to
Arizona.
Phoenix. Yeah, for the state party of Arizona, I moved up to Phoenix, and part of the aggravation that you talk about, and a major part of my job as political director, besides getting out the vote, was traveling around the state, having people in our own party get along.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that was a major part of my job.
Yeah, and you hear that from all parties.
Yes.
It's
it's like you have a lot of strong-willed people, and it's really, in a way, it was really fun. It got to the point where it didn't really bother me that people were fighting all the time. It became more of a joke. And it's like, okay, well, you guys do realize that we have a job to do, and we're supposed to defeat the other party.
Right.
Not each other.
Not each other. Exactly.
Not each other, right.
So you worked in radio.
Yes.
But you were you were a DJ at one time.
So here's an unusual job. I was a top 40 radio DJ in Roswell, New Mexico.
That's an unusual job. Well, it's a rare job.
It's a rare job.
Yeah.
Right. And I worked at a rock station in Roswell, New Mexico.
Yeah. Did you meet any aliens there? Or?
Exactly. I also worked in TV in Roswell, New Mexico. And I'm not kidding about this, I was the UFO beat reporter at the TV station. So
really?
So if you've read UFO Crash at Roswell, I did get to interview those authors quite a bit, and some of the characters that are in the book. I mean, these are real people. And so I got to interview them as well. So I guess that's unusual and interesting.
I just noticed there's like a pizza party going on in the
there is.
Jim must be having one.
What time is dinner? Someone put. Pass around the pizza time. So I'm watching the chat on my phone.
Okay, yeah. I just happened to look over here, and I'm like, Tim's handing out pizza. I didn't get any. I'm pretty hungry.
Did any aliens call in for free concert tickets? That's funny. I used to have a guy. He was a high school kid. He used to win albums on my show. His name was Mike Shaw.
Really?
Yes, it was a Mike Shaw used to win stuff on my show.
So albums, you're talking about vinyl albums for those who don't.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Yes.
And they used to call on a phone that was plugged into the wall.
It was.
It wasn't like this. Yeah.
And then we would record them on a reel-to-reel. Yeah, and play them back on the reel-to-reel.
Tracy's got a point here.
How do we know Mike Shaw isn't an alien?
So would that make one of your occupations an astronaut?
Yes, it would. Yes, space traveler. And then where alien from where, right?
Hey, let me say hi to a couple people. Crafty Traveler is here, and Ninja Boo Kitty, and I might have missed somebody. I hope I didn't. I'm really good at missing people though, so go ahead. Sorry.
That's all right. So Tracy, that's a great question. How do I know I'm an alien? I mean, maybe I am, and I don't know.
Maybe, and since he's really big in the news this week, maybe Will Smith used his little sensor thing from Men in Black.
Right?
Your memory,
or Independence Day. Remember, he was in Independence Days too.
Yeah, but
the original Independence Day. But
but they didn't have the little whatever I don't know what that thing was called, but
I don't know, the little blue light that made you forget.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey,
But
I didn't even know anybody brought pizza. So, did anybody bring ice cream?
Mhm.
I didn't even know that. So I had a pretty rare occupation when I first got out of college,
Yes.
which was I was a photographer for the Tribune newspapers. At the time, there were only 6 openings in the Southwest,
Oh, wow.
and I actually got one of them,
That's
which was
awesome.
really odd. And I did do pretty
Yeah.
well. I actually won the ANA Photographer of the Year award, and
Yeah.
in my first year, which I guess had never happened before.
That's
But
pretty good.
yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome. And I know you used to come to some of our events, back to the political thing, and you
yeah,
used to take a lot of pictures at those,
yeah.
with a professional camera. Because
So
that was before we had all these iPhones and stuff.
right,
So yeah, right.
it was
So
a
I
digital
used
camera. It was a
yeah.
digital camera at that
Oh,
point.
what? Oh,
Yeah, it was a
cool.
digital camera. But it was not but it was an SLR.
Yeah, right.
But single lens
Not a
reflex camera.
mirrorless. Right.
No, no, it wasn't mirrorless, but it was a Konica Minolta.
Oh,
And Konica
okay.
Minolta was the inventor of the mirrorless,
Oh,
and also the anti-shake.
from
So that's why Sony bought that technology from Konica
uh,
Minolta, and that's why Sony's are so good on the anti-shake part.
the stabilization,
Yeah,
which is good for video, of course, and
yes.
then but also for longer exposures, that sort of thing.
Hey, we got a professional wrestling referee. You
What?
know, right,
That's
which
that
is
okay.
funny because
We have a winner already.
I
That's
was
your
a
other.
I was a professionally wrestling manager and wrestler
All right.
in
I'm going to
Mexico.
leave and you bring Billy on the show. You guys could talk about that. That's good. That would be a great show. You should have Billy on the show. I
Yeah,
love your wrestling stories because you used to wrestle in Mexico,
in Mexico.
right?
Almost exclusively was
Almost
Mexico.
exclusive. You were a
Yeah.
heel
Did you know
in
that, Kenny?
Mexico.
No, I did not know that. And I actually had the pleasure and an honor to get to meet Billy J. Travels in person a
Oh yeah.
couple weeks ago in Helen, Georgia.
Cool. That's cool.
Helen, Georgia. So I would love to see him be up on your show, Greg.
Yeah.
He'd be an honor and a pleasure to be up on your show.
Well, you can introduce us on the side here, and later on, and we can talk about that. But probably going to be going to Friday nights after Ava. I see Ava in the chat, so I just wanted to make sure
Hi,
I'm
Ava.
not going to be going the same time as Ava. But I'll be going Fridays later on for my live streams, more than likely. And we haven't worked out the scheduling yet, but Ron is going Friday nights, and Marshall's going Friday nights, and we're going to do a kind of a real compact, short little live streams together. So
That sounds like fun. So
yeah,
I do want to confirm this with Kenny. So Kenny, don't you think that would be an awesome show with Billy J. Travels talking about professional wrestling referee and Greg talking about his professional wrestling career? Because there's a lot to it.
yeah,
Do you think that'd be good, Kenny?
That'd make a great show.
yeah.
I think so.
There's one thing to it right now. I got to go get surgery next week on my left knee, and that's all because of
Gosh,
that.
that is the bad part of it. But the
Yeah, I've
stories
already
that you've
had
told
3
me,
surgeries on that knee.
I mean, it's in your name, fit for adventure.
Fit
And
for
you
adventure
are
or
fit
expedition.
for
Either
expedition. That's
one.
what I meant. So,
But I am fit
so
for adventure. So
well, you're very fit, and and you have weights all over. Do you still have all your weight stuff?
yeah, I still
Your
got
weight
the
room,
gym. Yep.
right? Still have the gym,
Which is
and
gonna be
so
it's gonna be a nightmare when I got to get rid of that to go full
oh my
time
gosh,
on the
yeah.
road. So
Oh, that's true. You're
yeah,
going on the road full time.
yeah, we're moving into the box truck. So
Well, that would be an interesting vocation. So,
hey, wait, I just want to say hi to D. Box Van D is here. Thank you
Hey,
for coming in.
Boxman D.
hey, Boxman D. You guys have all been meeting up all over the place.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I'm actually meeting up with
Jello wrestling.
Roy and Becky again tomorrow over
Mhm.
in Marana, and I don't know if Steve from Desert Adventures in Arizona is going to be there or not, but he lives there. It's actually it's basically his yard. The Ironwood Monument is his, I always screw it up. Is it Ironwood National Monument or Ironwood Monument National? I can't remember. But
It's
anyway,
got to be a national monument, doesn't it?
yeah, that's his yard. I think I saw Marshall in here. Did I see Marshall in here? Yep, there's Marshall. Hey, thanks for coming, Marshall. So, what about everybody in the chat? What any of you have had strange occupations?
Yeah. Right.
I would like to know. I mean, because we're just talking about our own occupations, but I'd like to know what's the strangest occupation someone has had that's in the chat.
So while we wait, do you have one?
No, I'm looking at this. Steve says it's Ironwood Forest National Monument.
National Monument. Okay.
I think I always turn the forest and national around.
Or Ironwood National Forest Monument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, Desert Adventures in Arizona knows.
Yes, he does, because that's his yard, has his backyard and front yard. So
right. So we just defer to him. My first job when I was 15 years old, I grew up in Oregon. And so I worked at a Christmas tree farm shearing Christmas trees. And so what they did was they got a busload of teenagers. We met like at 5:30 in the morning at the high school. So my brother and I would walk and wrangling wranglers. Yeah. Thanks. So, and you get all these teenagers, 15, 16-year-olds, and they gave us all machetes. And our job was to shear Christmas trees. There were acres of them. Okay. And so what you would do this motion like this and walk backwards and shape the tree and move on to the next tree. And then during our breaks, we would take whetstones and sharpen our machetes. Mind you, this is an army of 15 and 16-year-olds with machetes, swinging them in acres of Christmas trees. So that was an interesting job.
They let a lot of things go back then that they would never allow today.
Right. A friend of mine, one of our other friends overswung, and she overswung backwards and she sliced the tendons in his hand.
Ooh.
Yeah. Wow. So yeah, I just ruined a great story. Sorry.
That was a
so what did Desert Adventures say? I've got my cameras in the way, so I used to blow up music.
So it says unusual occupation. He used to blow things up as a munitions technician. Dang. So was that in the Air Force, I believe?
That's fun.
Steve? I think it was in the Air Force, but he can correct me and yell at me if it's not. Because
not only is that unusual, but it's fun.
It sounds fun, huh? Actually,
Tracy Oceanfire, that would be great zombie apocalyptic training these days. So training apocalypse, I'm ready. So no, blowing stuff up. I wonder if he still does that.
No. Steve is retired. He was an electrician for years with a company here in Tucson area, Barana.
Yeah.
I don't know if
you remember Mythbusters. Remember the show Mythbusters?
Yes, I do.
And they used to blow stuff up all the time.
Yeah,
you could do your own Mythbusters. He lives near you, right?
Yeah, he lives on the exact opposite side of, really far, but yes, Tucson. Yeah. Tucson area.
Hey, that long ago.
Well, I used to live in Oro Valley, remember? Again, kind of the opposite end of where you are.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. A lot of people do. Well, I live in this little corner of, it's not even Tucson, it's out in the county, but I live in this little corner and it's like right up against the mountain.
Right.
There's not really that many people over here.
Not really, but it's right where the Catalina Highway goes up the mountain to Mount Lemmon. So it's pretty neat. And your view from your backyard is amazing. You've got the valley.
Really cool. And I look at that. I did it very nice. Nice. And I look at that and I go, and it's right up against the mountain. And I go, man, that is a really awesome view. But when we're living full time in this box truck right here, we'll have a different view every day.
That's true.
And 80% of the time it's going to be, well, to us it'll be a better view because we're not used to it.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least 50% is going to be better. 50% of the time.
That's why you're fit for expedition and fun seeking.
I am fun seeking. That is true.
Now what is Box Van D? What did she do?
It says she used to clean diesel trucks and clean fire stations on. Wait. Clean fire. It looks like it says stations and huge mayonnaise vats.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, Kenny would not like anything to be anywhere near cleaning large mayonnaise vats.
No.
You know what's really good with mayonnaise on it?
What's
Avocado.
that? Ugh.
Yeah, I know. I think it is.
It really
I agree.
is. It really is. I used to eat so many avocados with mayonnaise. I'm just saying, Kenny. I
just
don't
had a
know.
salad with 2 avocados in it yesterday. It was awesome.
Thank you, sir.
just the serving suggestion. I don't know.
Kathleen says, "Did you also put the netting around the trees, Mike?"
No, I did not do that. That was not. I don't know. Did they have a machine for that or something? You mean when they ball them up and get them ready to ship them out to California and stuff?
Yeah, I think that's what. If I didn't know Marshall, I would probably think there was something wrong with this. Like I would probably.
No kidding. No,
I'd probably time out.
That is unusual right there. That is unusual.
That is unusual, Marshall.
Yes.
That's funny, man. If I didn't know him, I would actually be, trying to block him. With that one, I'd be like, "Oh, what's coming next?"
Well, it's probably true, right? Or is it not?
It's true. No,
yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying.
So,
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
So, I mean, who has a chance to do that?
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. That's very unusual. Now, along those lines, living in Roswell afforded me the opportunity to be in one of the premieres of Unsolved Mysteries. They did a third of their show on the UFO crash at Roswell, and so I was an extra in that. If you ever get to see it, they start on a picture of Harry Truman, and then they pan past a guy filing, and then to the actor who's on the phone, and that was me filing.
Okay.
So you see the back of my head with a military haircut and part of my nose.
You had a military haircut?
National TV wearing an army uniform.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
did not have to fake pee on anybody, so that was good.
That's good. Or real pee, I hope.
Right, not that.
There goes the monetization on this video.
Are you serious? Did I mess it up?
No.
Good.
No. I mean, well, no. Who knows?
I hope not.
You never know. Bad. You never know what's going to happen.
I would feel bad.
No, it wouldn't be you. It'd be what I said.
Yeah. The machetes.
So, I was an extra in a couple of films too, actually.
Yeah, I believe
a movie called Thunder Alley and a movie called The Postman with.
You were in The Postman?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and
that was critically acclaimed.
And I had a big moment. I had a big chance to make a big impact in the film. Kevin Costner handed me this rock and said, "Throw it at the screen." They were showing, I can't remember the name of the film, but it was like,
The Postman.
Not Gone with the Wind, but Sound of Music.
Oh, okay.
I think they were playing Sound of Music. They weren't really playing it, but that's what was supposed to be on the screen.
Right.
And I was supposed to throw a rock at the screen. Well, I had hurt my elbow because remember I worked in wrestling. So I couldn't hardly pick the rock up. And then I couldn't throw it. So
they're like, cut.
So I missed out on that one.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But things happen for a reason, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, if you would have gone on to that movie career, you and I probably never would have met.
Yeah. See, it's all worth it.
We wouldn't be doing the show right now. You'd be
we're in show business. We're in show business.
That's right. Someone would be fake. Someone would be fake. I don't want to say the word anymore. On you.
Yes. Kathleen Klein used to haul Christmas trees.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
The trailer smelled so good.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Let's see.
Yeah, I can't have a fake tree. I have to have a real tree.
Yeah, I always have a real tree too. We don't always have a tree, but when we do,
right,
it's a real one.
I don't because of the smell. Because of the smell, But
Yeah.
plus, I'm just used to it.
So Bill J says another unusual occupation: hot tub pool salesman and repairman. You find a lot of interesting things in the pool and hot tub filters. I can
So,
see that.
yep. So
You
when
know,
you guys do your show, he can do the big reveal on that.
that's funny because the other day I
Mhm.
was out dumping the filter in our pool, and there was a plastic glove, like, because I do a lot of work around here, so painting and stuff.
Yep.
And there was like a rubber latex glove
Yeah.
in the water, and I'm not going to do it, but it was flipping me off when I looked in the. It was like laying there flipping me
Yeah.
off when I looked in there.
Go ahead, punk, make my day. That's what it was saying.
Hey, Deborah on the go is here. Thank you for being here.
So for Billy, and for you, did you find like any animals? Like, I know rattlesnakes are a big thing around Tucson, but yeah, I mean even scorpions and lizards and things like that.
Well, we found all kinds of things in our pool. Gila monsters,
Oh gosh,
which
not
people
drowned.
probably
I hope.
most people probably don't even know what that is.
Gila monsters are so cool.
Yeah, and snakes and lots of pack rats and that kind of thing that live in the desert.
So people who are not familiar with Tucson, the critters there are amazing. I mean, it's the desert, but there are so many birds and mammals and reptiles, and it's really rich in wildlife. It's pretty awesome. That's one of the things I miss about Tucson. That and the mountains and the sunrises, sunsets, and the awesome hikes.
And it sounds like a lot. It sounds like it's a
It's
large.
kind of a lot. Yes, I lived there for 15 years.
Yeah.
So I kind of do miss it sometimes.
Yeah. Well, you can come back. You got a place. I can sleep in the house and you can sleep in the box truck. So I got.
You could tow my car and I'll just sleep in that.
You know what? It'd be nice. It'd be handy to have a car. Every time I park, I don't want to move because it's it's so much work because you put the leveling blocks under it and all that stuff. You don't want to move again. You know what I mean?
Right.
I envy. I don't know if they're still here, but it's Dream on Wheels, Travis and I. They actually. Well, I don't envy the fact that they drive two vehicles. They don't tow it. They actually drive it. So they have a motorhome, but then they have a Ford SUV.
And they talk on CBs. Breaker 1 now.
I don't know. They got cell phones. You know what I mean?
Sure. Ron sees America.
CB radio.
What's that?
I missed talking on the CB radio.
Yeah. Kenny, you know how Kenny got the name of his channel? It's his CB handle.
Ford Man. No doubt.
Ford Man is actually, that's where I used my CB handle.
Oh, that's cool.
And I also, of course, like I said, I always like Ford vehicles, Ford cars, trucks, vans, things like that. But it all started at first. I think before I even started really liking Ford vehicles, I started talking on CB radio, and just had to have a handle, so I said Ford Man. So
that makes sense. Yeah. Well, and look at you now.
Yeah. So.
But you are a Ford fan.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. I do. Yeah.
And me, I am too. I mean, I've got. Well, this truck, the box truck isn't even a Ford. I wish it was actually. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never owned a Ford.
Oh, okay. I own 3 of them right now.
Yeah, you said you had a 59 Ford Galaxy car, didn't you?
Yep, I do. Yep.
You said you need to get a new carburetor for that thing because
yep, definitely.
I forgot. How can I forget this? I had a Ford Mustang, 71 Ford Mustang. I did have a Ford.
There you go.
And it was fast. It was ugly, but it was fast.
So Tim says he used to build model rockets as a hobby when he was younger. Lost one over a highway in Columbus, Ohio. That's right. I forgot you were from Ohio. That person driving the car tripped out when they hit it. No kidding.
No kidding.
Speaking of aliens.
Yeah, my neighbors had, they used to do model rockets. So I used to go over to their house. When I was living in Oregon, we had 2 acres. They had like 10. And we would do bottle rockets, or not bottle rockets, that too. Model rockets.
Yeah, but those you just shot at each other. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we used to do that too.
I do have that story. Yes.
So and Jay says, she was on 2 different hot air balloon crews.
Oh, that's cool. Have you ever done a hot air balloon?
I haven't. Have you?
Yes.
I figured you probably had.
It's a TV thing, you know. When you're a TV guy, you get to do a lot of fun things.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I've been on a couple hot air balloon rides, and it's the weirdest thing. And Jay can back me up on this, I hope. It's like you're standing still and the rest of the world's on a track going by because you're going with the wind. It's completely calm in the balloon. And so, and you can hear people talking on the ground. They're 1,000 feet below you. And you can hear them talking like they're standing right next to you. It's weird. And then when you change directions, you change elevations to get a different wind direction. And there's a gust of wind, and then it's all calm again. You're going a different direction. It's the coolest thing.
I'd like to do it.
Highly
I actually
recommend
have
it.
We have a mutual friend here in town. I can't remember his name now, but we have a mutual friend who actually owns a hot air balloon company.
Barney.
Yes, Barney.
Yeah,
yep.
Barney. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And he used to do Volkswagen repair, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He owned Volkswagen repair shops. I probably made him rich because I had bugs and Carmen Gias when I was a kid.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hey, D says you would never eat mayonnaise again if you saw the vats they store it in.
I don't want to know.
Now you got a reason. Now you can tell people why you don't eat mayonnaise.
Kenny, you were right.
Well, I know my dad, he used to work for the city, he used to have to empty those dumpsters and those things. Some of them dumpsters had big old rats and stuff in them. It was nasty, he said.
Yeah.
He said it was he said it was awful. Had rats and all kinds of creatures in there. Some of them dumpsters when he used to work for a city.
Well, I would imagine that, man. You know, and just think there's actually people that have to dumpster dive and live out of trash cans like that, and they're going in there and okay, on a less somber note, Billy J says saying mayonnaise probably got you demonetized already.
Yeah, so I guess the other comment didn't ruin it after all. Did you see Ron Sees America's comment? That's a cool job. He was a primetime disc jockey of a deep cuts rock station in Little Rock.
Did I miss it? Where's it at?
In those days, it was pizza that randomly showed up at the radio station instead of pineapples.
Hey,
oh, no doubt.
Hey, did you guys fade out for a second?
There was a lull in the action. I was looking at.
Okay, you can hear me now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, just wait for a second. I'm gonna scream.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Dee says she was a star in a documentary recently. That was in the UK. Not a job. Well, it's kind of a job.
She was in the UK, or they came out to her?
No, they came here.
Yeah,
but it was a documentary made for the UK.
No kidding.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, and you should go to the UK. I bet you everyone there will know you. That'd be great. That'd be cool.
I was just hanging out with Dee in Slab City and in Slab City mostly. Oh, Quartzsite too. I actually stopped by your place too.
Slab City. You guys went to Joshua, right? Joshua Tree.
Dee didn't, but I did. Yeah, I went to.
And then Salton Sea. Did you guys do that too?
Yeah, that is a cool place. Have you ever been there?
So when I was 6 or 7, I was born in Compton, and then so we lived in LA till I was 8. And I do remember Dad took the family. We went camping at Joshua Tree, and I don't know, I was 6 or 7, and we did go by Salton Sea on the way out there. So yeah, I do remember that.
Now, what year was that? That
would have been 69 or 70.
Probably. Okay, so it's completely different.
Yeah, I would think.
Because when you were there, it was still a resort town.
Mhm.
There was still, I mean, there's still water there, but it
Yeah.
has receded some.
There was a
It,
lot of
it
water. Back
yeah, it's receded some,
and I
but
was
supposedly
6,
quite a
so it
bit.
looked bigger too.
What's that?
I was 6 too, so everything's bigger when you're little, but
Well, there are a lot of trailers and mobile homes there. There always were, but they were nicer, and they were landscaped and manicured yards and all that kind of stuff. Desert landscape.
yeah, right, yeah.
And there was a little resort there, and there were stores and restaurants and all that. There's still the store and a couple of restaurants there, but all of those trailers now are, not all of them, but a lot of them are abandoned,
Oh, wow.
and they've been turned into art installations.
Oh, wow.
And there's all kinds of graffiti, and there's all kinds of sculptures inside of them, and it's a crazy, it's kind of like a out
Kind
of
of like
this
the
world kind
postman.
of experience,
Kind of like the postman.
Yeah, but much more colorful. And
Yes.
I shot videos there, so I'm gonna be putting some videos out from
Oh,
there.
right on, that'd be great.
Yeah,
Fairy dust is correct on this. I remember that.
yes,
Um,
yes.
Tom Petty
I
had a
never
pretty
saw
good
Tom
role on
Petty
that.
on the set.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, he was never. I mean, maybe he was there, but we didn't see him.
Yeah.
Maybe his back was to us or something. I never really saw him.
Yeah.
Tim was actually a postman. He was a mailman for 2 years in Ohio.
That's an
Good
interesting.
night, Ava. I see where Ava and Doug are leaving.
Hey, good night, Ava.
Good night, Ava.
Doug.
Doug.
Yeah, I'm really far behind in the chat, so I'm glad you're here, Kenny, because you're keeping an eye on the future.
On the future. It's the past because of the delay.
Okay, so salty nut rolls are tasty, Bree.
They are definitely a 10.
Yeah, if you haven't tried
it. You take one bite, you are hooked on it, Bree.
Yeah. Okay, so what is Ron talking about? No, I didn't get to work on that. I supervised the construction of the stainless steel roof of the newest airport terminal building at DFW Airport. Okay.
Dude.
That's it. That's not really a strange occupation. That's just an awesome occupation.
That's pretty awesome. That dude's done stuff.
Yeah, yeah. You'd love Ron too. Ron is awesome. He's a really cool dude.
Ron Sees America?
Yeah.
Oh, I had the pleasure of getting to meet him in Branson. Branson, Missouri last year.
Yeah, I was just hanging out with Ron 2 weeks ago actually in Bombay Beach at Salton Sea. Not actually at Bombay Beach, but just at the sign out front. He was leaving to take some pictures. Oh, and also at Slab City. And also he did go to Joshua Tree, so we hung out there too. But he was leaving.
I had to meet him at least twice, but what it was, I was going to meet him twice, but then the first time I was going to meet him, it fell through. So I wound up meeting him. I wound up meeting him in Branson. So instead,
yeah, okay, yeah. That I met him the first time he came out here for our meetup over New Year's.
Yeah.
So he was actually at Ironwood.
Yeah. In the wild, there's always something to eat you.
Yeah. I don't know what that came from, but that was obviously a discussion with somebody else in the chat.
Yeah,
well, that was kind of it.
You're probably right about that. In Tucson, you have mountain lions. They'll eat you. Yeah, perhaps. And
I think bobcats probably would tear you up pretty good. They probably eat you.
They probably would. They would scar you at least for life.
Yeah.
And then the black bears could eat you as well. You probably are close enough to the mountains. You would have black bears wandering in your neighborhood, Greg. I don't know.
No. There's never been a sighting around here.
No. Okay.
I mean, not never. I think there's maybe been 2 sightings in 50 years or something. But it's just a little bit higher than that.
So here in West Texas, I don't know that there's anything that would eat you here. Maybe coyotes. I don't know.
Yeah.
If enough of them got together.
Yeah. But yeah, and they do eat meat, so they would.
Yeah. And you have those too. I saw a lot more coyotes than in Tucson than here, but yeah.
Yeah, and I guess coyotes are all over the country.
Yeah,
because I talk to other people, and every and it's like every in Connecticut and Maine. I mean, there's coyotes everywhere, and I didn't really realize that.
I didn't either, but they're very prolific apparently. In Oregon, we had stuff that would eat you: mountain lions and bears.
Yeah,
Also.
yeah. Um, there's
Do it,
even there's
cat.
even there's even some jaguars here.
Oh, really? There?
Yeah, they come across from
Yeah,
Mexico.
jaguars. That's right. Yes.
Yes, there's only just not very many, maybe a handful of
Two
them,
or
but
three,
they're
two or
around.
three, and they're the only ones in the U.S. by the Mexican border. Well,
Yeah.
by the Santa Rita Mountains.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Kathleen
And
says going on a hot air balloon ride is on her bucket list. That's on my bucket list too.
do it.
Um,
You'll be so glad you did. And
yeah,
Jay backed me up on my description. So, but it's nothing like doing it for reals.
yeah,
Yeah. So this is what I was talking about before on Ron. Ron's done some stuff.
yeah. I didn't realize that either, but
Right. And Billy J Travels has done some stuff. You've done some stuff.
yeah. Ron gets around, doesn't he?
Apparently. I mean, he's multi-talented. Both him and Billy and you, multi-talented people.
So I was the Friday, Saturday primetime disc jockey of a deep cuts rock station in the Little Rock area. In those days, it was pizzas that randomly showed up at the radio station instead of pineapples. Now, are you aware of the connection to pineapples and Ron?
No.
Okay. It's an inside thing. You have to watch a couple of his videos, which he's got a great channel. So you guys want to check it out for sure. And he's my partner channel. He's one of my partner channels.
Oh,
so, and so you guys need to check him out. Also, Marshall, Melodramatic Adventures, you need to check him out too. And I just wanted to thank my members real fast and try and do something here, which is eluding me. Hold on. And here we go. Yeah, I just want to do this real fast. Thank you to my members. And I have memberships on my channel if anybody is interested, and we'll be back in just 1 second. You like that, Mike?
I don't know why it cracks me up every time. It's like I don't expect it.
Oh, come on. You got to expect it from me.
It's very funny.
Kathleen says that I'm even worse at reading chat than Nate. Well, yeah, I know I am. That was not my occupation. I was never a chat reader. I'll tell you that.
Until now. Hello.
Yeah.
Dude, you just did the dancing poop thanking your members.
That's true. Hey, River Styx Van Life. Oh, come to Florida. Everything will eat you here.
Yeah. Gators. Scroll down a little further. He has a list. Seriously.
Yeah.
Put up his list.
All right.
It's a scary list. It is scary.
Black bear, lions, alligator, scorpions, snakes. You guys have scorpions? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Snakes, spiders, to name a few. We don't have lions, but we have mountain lions. We don't have gators, but we do have Gila monsters that will try to eat you. And once they bite you, they don't let go.
They don't let go.
Yeah.
They probably won't kill you, but you might wish you were dead. I mean, they are venomous.
Hey, thank you, D, for the $5 super chat.
Hey, D.
Really appreciate it. That's awesome. Thank you so much. In fact,
doesn't Florida now have?
There, did you like it again?
Cool. I did. I was dancing.
All right, cool.
I was just talking about Florida. I thought they've had invasive species, so now they have like the Amazon anacondas that are 30 feet long.
Oh,
like I made that up, but it could be true.
You made that up?
Yeah, I made that up, but it could be true. I mean, I know they have a big problem with pythons.
Temecula, California has hot air balloons.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Next meetup, Temecula.
You know what?
Hot air balloons.
We almost went to Temecula when we were on that recent trip to Slab
Why
City.
wouldn't you?
Yeah, and
Did you go through Barstow and Needles?
Well, I'm pretty sure that no, that I think that's I don't think so. I think that's farther north or something.
Yeah, further
north. But the Beach Please, I believe, lives pretty close to Temecula. Mike, you know,
yeah.
and so I thought, hey, get up there and for a visit, but didn't get there. So, let's see. Here's another one from Ron. Long before the roof, I helped build the conveyor system under DFW Airport and lay the jetway tunnels that people pass through to board airplanes at DFW and all over the world. Well, I know that Ron is actually a big fan of planes, trains, and automobiles.
And now we know why.
And that's probably, that probably has a lot to do with it, is why he's a big fan of airplanes and everything about them, you know. He knows a lot too about them, so that's probably why. Yeah.
Yeah, have you ever been to DFW?
I think so.
Because if you have to change terminals there, I mean, it's trains forever. But
okay.
Yeah, it's pretty sprawling DFW. It's the American Airlines hub.
The last place that I traveled through in Texas was Houston on the way to DC.
So they do have Anaconda
in the nasty business of politics.
Right. They do have anacondas. I was right. I don't know if it's the Amazon 30-foot long anacondas, but maybe.
Yeah, and they have like 20-inch pythons, right? Isn't that what Hulk Hogan says?
Mm-hmm.
And Hulk Hogan's from Florida. Mm-hmm. So, no, he's actually from Georgia, I think. But he lives in Florida.
It has to be true. Well, they're neighboring states.
Right, I know.
Like if you drove from Georgia, you could go to Florida. It'd be amazing.
Hey, so let me just say real quick, because we're coming down to the end of the hour here, which is funny because I had told Mike before we started I didn't want to go more than 45 minutes, but this just flew by. So
time flies.
What's that?
Time flies.
Yeah. Oh, 24-inch pythons, brother. That's what it is. And
2 feet. That's still pretty big. I mean, that's
yeah. By the way, my uncle is not by blood Kelly's uncle, really, but by marriage. Uncle-in-law, I guess, is Billy Superstar Graham. So if any of you guys remember Billy Superstar Graham, he lives in Phoenix, and he's a pretty cool guy. Very nice guy. Very, very soft-spoken, low-key guy, which you would never expect, Okay, so I wanted to mention everybody, any of the mods that are still here, please drop your links, drop each other's links. I know Ray's been doing that already, so that's really awesome. And I appreciate everybody being here for sure. Let's see, Ron's got another one here. I also worked on the exterior aluminum architecture cladding on the Fort Worth Museum of Modern Art.
Yeah.
Was the last journeyman to be laid off and got the foreman job at DFW as a result. Okay, that's how I got that gig.
I'm right down the street from me.
Yeah.
About 350 miles from Lubbock.
That's not right down the street. Oh, it's Texas. So that counts as right down the street.
Exactly. Just take 82 to Sherman, hang a right. You'll be right there.
Okay.
Yep.
Tracy says, I used to go mostly to Houston, red eye from Portland, but not again after catalytic converters stolen.
That's an epidemic right now. People stealing catalytic converters for the precious metals.
Yes, and I saw a story when I was up in Phoenix, Peoria. What was that, a week and a half ago? After I left Slabs, and after I left Joshua Tree, they had a news story, and guys are just like climbing under the car in the parking lot during the day, and just taking them. They're just totally brazen, not even concerned about getting caught. Hey, Kenny, do you know, is there somebody going live? Is Ron going live after us?
He won't be going unless he decides to go. Unless he decides to go early, he won't be going live for another 30 minutes.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see. River Styx van life. So the snakes are not indigenous, but yes, we do have all kinds of species here. Invasive, yes. Used to go to grocery shop with Alice Cooper at Bash's in Phoenix at
That's
32nd
right.
and Indian School. You
Yeah.
know, I actually one night in my more rowdy days, I actually partied at the Hormel Chili Mansion in Phoenix, and the neighbor next door was Alice Cooper, and he actually came over on a golf cart and was talking to us through the fence. It was
That's
like,
so
not mad or anything. It was like 3 a.m. We were all
yeah.
drinking. He wasn't upset about it. He was, he didn't. I don't think he even drank at all. Or not at that
Yeah,
point.
he quit drinking a long time ago.
Yeah.
Do you ever listen to a show? It's really good.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
You ever seen Alice Cooper?
Not in person, no.
Okay.
Not in concert, not in person.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen him just once, and it was not when he was in his heyday. It was later on.
Sure.
It was about 10 years ago or so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was it at the Pima County Fair?
No, it was not. It was actually over it was over in Marana.
Oh, wow.
And it was at the there's that big softball complex over there.
Okay.
And they rented the whole thing out, and yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
All right. Sounds like fun.
Yeah. So hey, it's 9 o'clock, or it's 9 o'clock my time. It's midnight Kenny's time. It's 10 o'clock Mike's time, right?
11.
No, it's
11 Mike's time. We should probably get out of here because it's getting kind of late.
Yeah. So 30 minutes he will be going live. So it'd be 12:30 my time and 11:30 Mike Shaw's time.
So we have to go another half hour.
No, we don't have to. In fact,
we can. I'm wide awake. This is fun. You got a great audience,
Okay,
yeah, well, you got 29 people in here.
29 people in the house.
And he's hanging out. Tracy Ocean Fires from Oregon, where I grew up.
I love Tracy. Look at this. Okay, doesn't Alice Cooper own a hot dog place? He used to own Cooperstown, that was in the Diamondbacks ballpark, Chase Field. Was it Bank One? It used to be Bank One ballpark. I can't remember the name of the stadium, but it's Chase Field. But he doesn't own that anymore. It turned into a Fridays.
She's right. So she's right, though.
Yes. Oh, yeah, definitely. And it turned into a Fridays, and I don't believe Fridays is there anymore either now. I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, you and I've gone to a baseball game there. Who did we see?
No, I don't think.
You and I met. Yeah, I met you and Kelly at the ball field, and we went and saw a game.
Oh, who did we see? Was it
when I was living in Phoenix? Remember?
It was probably the Orioles.
I think it was, yeah.
Because I only go there when they're playing the Orioles. So.
Yeah, it was the Orioles.
I did go to one game this year that wasn't the Orioles. I can't even remember who they were playing, but they were playing the Braves.
Oh,
and that's the only other time I ever go, but it's only been a couple
Orioles
times.
Braves.
The Orioles are my team. So, okay. Ron says, I met Alice Cooper years ago and became the only person who brought him a golf club ever to autograph.
Nice.
Probably still am. Yeah, because he is a big time golfer. I mean,
he is.
I'm not saying he's a great golfer. I'm just saying he plays a lot. Yeah.
And Jay lives in Oregon too.
Oh yeah. Well,
that's where I grew up in Oregon, so it's special to me. Even though I lived longer in Arizona, which I always thought was crazy. After I lived 13 years in Oregon from when I was 8 until I was 21. And then when I got to Arizona and when I passed 13 years in Tucson, it was kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Okay.
So I think
Cat.
Cat saying good night. Hey, I wanted to acknowledge this real quick. Vodka Vamp is a friend of mine mostly from Twitter, and I'm really happy to see her here. And thank you for coming.
Hi, Vodka Vamp.
Yeah, that's cool. And she shares out my videos and stuff sometimes, and she's really cool. Really, really, really good to me, for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
I get no engagement on Twitter.
It's hard.
I have like 1,500 followers, and you get no engagement. It's weird.
Ron says his specialty is meeting sitting presidents. His count is at 9. I met a vice president before he became vice president. I'm not going to say who. And I met a president. And actually, it was the other part, a different party. So 2 different parties.
Sure.
So
I've interviewed a former president, and I met a future president in person. Yeah, no sitting presidents.
The one I met was a sitting president. Yeah. I just saw Isaac Bernard.
9 sitting presidents. First of all, 9 sitting presidents. How old are you, Ron? That'll span a few years. 9 presidents.
I don't think I said hi to RV Grandma, but she grew up in Sherwood, Oregon.
Sherwood Forest.
Hey, RV Grandma.
Do you know Sherwood, Oregon?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Portland area.
And so Isaac Bernard
Glover Canby.
Is here. Thank you for coming.
Canby, Oregon, where I grew up.
Right, Canby, which is Seattle, or
it's
Portland.
Halfway between Portland and Salem on 99E, where the Willamette and the Molalla and the Pudding all come together.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. He didn't say they were all USA presidents.
Oh, he didn't, did he?
So it could have been like a Canadian.
So he's like a diplomat. It could have been at the same meeting. He could have snuck into the UN one afternoon.
Oh, okay. So 1 or 2 may not have been sitting presidents.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I like River Styx's theory. He might be onto something.
So president of Mexico, president of
sure.
Yeah.
Vicente Fox was there, and you were there, and you were
president of Exxon. President of
yes. I was class president.
Wow. Were you really?
Yeah. Wasn't everybody?
No.
Oh.
I wasn't even I was in student government in college, but not in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty awesome.
Okay.
What do you talk about to a sitting president? Hey, can you tell me anything top secret?
House tricks? I don't know. So Rondero Adventures, I'm not sure, but I think Desert Adventures in Arizona, Steve is going on live.
Really?
Is that true? Steve, if you're here.
True.
And when is that? Is that now?
Fairy Dust trying to get rid of us?
I don't know. No, Brene wouldn't do that.
I know she wouldn't do that.
Brene, I hung out with Brene at Slab City.
No way.
She's awesome. Also at Boxan D's meetup.
Quartzsite. Yep.
Quartzsite.
Yep. It sounded like a lot of fun. I wish I could have gone, but I had to go to my very interesting job, which is a call center representative helping people get their stimulus checks.
Yes.
Currently do.
Plus, you would have had to have had some kind of accommodations. I mean,
I would have brought my VW Beetle. I can sleep in that.
I've done that.
People
I slept in a bug before.
So, Greg, you've met me, right? We've met.
No, who are you?
But Kenny, you don't know this. I am 5'4.5". I can sleep comfortably in a Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah, you probably can.
Yeah, I think so.
Man, I can pretty much about sleep anywhere.
See?
Yeah. How tall are you, Kenny?
I'm only 4'9".
Yeah. So.
Oh, wow. I did not know that. See, you can't tell on camera. You don't know.
Yeah. So I'm the tallest one here.
Yeah.
Apparently.
When I was on TV here in Lubbock, and then people would see me in the store, they'd be like, "You look taller on TV." I'm like, "Well, that's because I'm standing in front of Texas."
Well, I know we could go another 30 minutes.
It's up to you. I don't care.
Yeah, I think we should probably go ahead and call it a night.
Okay.
Because there's only 22 people in the house now. So,
it's getting late. River Styx is 5'7".
Hey, okay. So Billy J says Kenny doesn't sleep. He only sleeps on live streams. That's the only time you'll see Kenny sleeping.
Could I be a racehorse jockey? I'm actually Kenny might be a racehorse jockey at 4'9".
Yeah.
I think I would
hardly.
call it 5'5" with shoes on.
Yeah, you know what? Billy J is tall for a referee. I mean, because you make all the other guys look small. The ones that are supposed to be 6'5" and they're
Oh,
only
right.
6 foot, you
That
make
makes
them look small.
Yeah, I would love. You need to have Billy on so you guys can talk wrestling because your wrestling stories are amazing. They're really entertaining to hear that.
Matter of fact, Ron Darrow just went live. I just
Okay.
got a notification.
All
Okay,
right, so
it's a
drop
raid.
the link, Kenny. Drop the link, Kenny.
Raid.
Go find a link here for Ron
Okay.
Darrow.
And so we're gonna start saying our goodbyes. So, Mike, I appreciate you being here as always,
yeah,
and I'm sure you like doing it, so you'll come back, right?
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Maybe we could do a multiple have more people on the screen, and we could do some kind of a game or something next time.
Really like the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, I don't think how many people can you have without paying for StreamYard, Kenny?
You can only have up to 6.
6, so I can't do Brady Bunch.
Brady
That's why they do that. They do that because they know people want to do the Brady Bunch, and you have to pay for that.
And you have to pay for that.
Yes,
that feature, right?
Hey, Vodka Vamp, I'm glad you got to pop in too. And Vodka Vamp is from Australia, Western Australia.
I actually just made a connection to her on YouTube, even though I know she doesn't have any content.
Okay.
I just went ahead and made a connection because
you
know, she might eventually decide to make a video. You never know.
Yep. And she should if she wants to. What about your channel, Mike? What do you got? You got any new stuff on your channel?
Nothing new since I was on last. I do need to do an update at Jesus is Coming Soon. JesusIsComingSoon.org is the site, but there's nothing new on there.
Okay.
And then my own YouTube channel was Jesus is Coming Soon, and then my personal channel I just kind of goof off on there. I do have like a couple Pixel 6 Pro videos and more of a tech thing going on. That's Mike Shaw TV.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's Mike Shaw TV. That's the one I always say when you come on. But
and I do some weather videos on there sometimes too. But yeah.
All right, so that's the link, Kenny.
Yeah, that's the link to Ron Darrow's.
Raid.
Okay. So if I go over here,
it's a raid.
So let's go ahead and raid Ron Darrow. I'm going to pin the message at the top, but it's there in the chat. Let's all go and raid Ron Darrow, and thank you all for coming. And we'll see you next week, and it'll probably be Friday. And please be watching for updates. And if you have a chance, check out my videos. I will tell you right now, my last video is the worst performing video I've ever put on YouTube. So if you could help me with that. Now, how about that for marketing? That's
pretty good. Just going for playing the victim, going for sympathy.
Yes, there you go.
I like it.
Okay. All right. You guys all have a good night, and we will see you next week. Good night.
Bye, guys.